We often live by the superstition of materialism, the belief that our existence is defined by physical, permanent structures. Under this view, the body is a solid object that remains essentially the same from day to day. This assumption has shaped modern medicine for centuries. Historically, the human body has been treated as a frozen anatomical structure, often studied through dead tissue to understand the mechanics of the living. When we view the body as a meat machine, we treat illness as a mechanical failure. In this model, healing requires a physical intervention, like a chemical drug or a surgical repair, to fix a broken biological gear. While this mechanical approach is highly effective for treating acute trauma, like a broken bone or an infection, it struggles to explain a series of data points that shouldn't exist if we were purely physical machines. This chart shows the results of a 1980 study on rabbits fed a diet designed to cause heart disease. Despite eating the exact same lethal amount of cholesterol, one group showed a 60% lower incidence of blocked arteries. The only variable was that a technician took these specific rabbits out of their cages to pet and cuddle them. A similar trend appeared in a study of premature infants. Babies who were stroked in their incubators for 15 minutes a day gained 49. These cases point to an invisible variable that the mechanical model cannot account for. To understand these anomalies, we have to look at the body as it actually is, a dynamic system in constant flux. Every year, you replace 98% of all the atoms in your body. You are constantly breathing in the universe and breathing out bits of your own tissue. Your stomach lining every 5 days, your skin once a month, and your liver every 6 weeks. Even the hardest structures, like your skeleton, are entirely rebuilt from new raw materials every 3 months. This constant turnover creates a physical paradox. If the material building blocks of your heart and brain are entirely recycled within a few months, then your physical body behaves more like a pattern or a set of instructions than a permanent object. From this perspective, the body is less like a frozen structure and more like a river of intelligence, where a continuous flow of atoms is organized by human consciousness. This organization happens through our thoughts, which can be defined as quantum events, fleeting, invisible units of information and energy. When a thought occurs, the brain instantly translates that information into a physical form, proteins called neuropeptides. These act as biochemical messengers that communicate the flavor of our thoughts to the rest of the body. It was once thought these messengers stayed in the brain, but we now know that receptors for these proteins are found throughout the gut and on our immune cells. As you can see here, the molecules fit perfectly into the receptor sites, allowing the immune cell to receive instructions directly from the mind. This essentially turns the immune system into a circulating nervous system. It is constantly eavesdropping on your internal dialogue, reacting to every emotion and memory as if it were a physical reality. This means that if you are trapped in a cycle of stressful or fearful memories, you are continuously bathing your new, ever-replacing cells in toxic biological instructions. We can see the ultimate impact of this mind-body link when we step away from the microscope and look at the patterns of modern society. Statistics reveal a chilling phenomenon in the timing of cardiovascular deaths. In our civilization, the most common time to suffer a fatal heart attack is 9 a.m. on Monday morning. When scientists look at the predictors for these fatal coronary events, job dissatisfaction ranks higher than smoking, hypertension, or high cholesterol. This suggests that a purely abstract, invisible idea, the dread of the work week, can act as a physical trigger for death. The body reacts to the internal mental state with a lethal surge of stress chemistry. These patterns indicate that biological outcomes are inseparable from an individual's emotional state and their sense of purpose. The evidence from the rabbit and infant studies suggests that the body possesses an inherent capacity for vitality, often triggered by experiences of connection and joy. Because your body's raw materials are being rebuilt every day, you have the potential to change the instructions being sent to your cells. You are not a prisoner of yesterday's stressful memories. By breaking out of the hypnosis of our social conditioning, we allow the mind to act as the ultimate pharmacy, producing the exact healing chemistry we need at the exact right moment.